everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Sanne Vloet. In today's video, I want to talk about 10 glow up tips for 2026. Now, what I mean with a glow up is truly feeling good into your body, mentally, physically, feeling confident in your own skin. I love all those little taglines of visualizing her, becoming her. That is what we're going to get into. These are all going to be tips that you can easily implement into your life. Well, actually, simply. I'm not always saying it's easy, but it is very simple. The very first one, you have to start rewiring your brain and letting go of limiting beliefs. It does not matter how successful you are, how pretty you are, how you have all your shit together. Every single person has limiting beliefs. We often have certain beliefs that we can't do something or that we can't become someone. These limiting beliefs have such a big impact on what you can create for yourself and the life you can create for yourself. The problem is that your body and your brain finds evidence to support these limiting beliefs. Now, you can see that you're getting into a loop, right? You have the limiting beliefs, your brain finds the evidence for it, the belief gets confirmed, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Rewiring is really stopping this loop of having this limiting belief and opening up the mind to possibility, to success, to growth, and really shifting your identity into the new person that you're becoming. There are a couple quick tools that you can implement. The number one is something that I feel we all do is negative self-talk. You really have to start removing this from your speak patterns. The amount of times I hear people say, I can't do this, I am stressed, I can never build a consistent routine. Just by putting those words out there, again, the body is going to remember, the brain is going to find evidence, and you're going to get into this loop. So it's super important to start removing those things. And every time you feel you're about to say that, like, I am not consistent, maybe it's, I am leaning into learning how to be consistent, or I am stressed. It's, I am learning how to navigate with this in a very patient way. From the moment I started actually paying attention to this, I started to realize how often I was talking negatively about myself and towards myself and the big impact that it actually has. Another tool that really helps is visualizing her. And what I mean with her is the identity that you want to become. So really close your eyes in the morning. It could be throughout a meditation and really visualize, what does she look like? What does she wear? What are her habits? How does she treat people? How does she go through life? And just by visualizing, you are constantly remembering your body, what she is like, and you're retraining those limiting beliefs. It truly all starts here before we're getting into kind of all the external type of tips. Number two, dial in your dopamine menu. We are very prone to lean into cheap dopamine. Social media, scrolling, fast food, Netflix. When we do it, it gives us dopamine. It makes us feel good in the moment. And very often after dopamine hits, we crash, right? I don't know if you've ever been like, wow, I scrolled for an hour. That felt so good. Maybe for a couple of minutes, if you just really needed to like veg out for a second. But in general, we call that like the cheap dopamine. And I want you to replace it for real dopamine. So walking outside, getting sunlight. Maybe it's doing a fun activity like skating or running. Those are the real natural dopamine hits that we want to feel. And if you have a hard time with, for example, discipline and consistency, a tool that is really good is using that dopamine as a reward, right? You can kind of compare it with a dog. Teaching a dog how to sit on a command, they need to be motivated for that. So this is something what you can do with the dopamine as well and use it as a reward of like, okay, if I do my workout today, I can watch one episode of whatever. I don't see that immediately as negotiating with yourself. It's just using that as a reward and a treat for you to appreciate. And the same with the dog. The more often you do that, at one point the dog is going to sit without the treat, and hopefully that will do the same with your habit. You do it so often that it becomes normal and it becomes part of your lifestyle, and you truly don't even have to think about it anymore. Number 3 is create a morning routine. You guys know how much I love a good morning routine. The way you start your morning is everything for how you're gonna flow through the rest of the day. I did film a morning routine video in my last YouTube video, so if you're curious on what my morning routine looks like, I really go in depth there. I will also link that down below. Then number 4 is your eating habits. This is truly, I feel, one of the most important ones. Like, food does not only affect our body, but also affect our mood, or skin, or hair, truly everything. So it is probably one of the most important things to really lock down. It really doesn't matter what kind of diet you're following. A wholesome food ingredient diet is the most important, and truly you can keep it so simple. How I like to structure each meal is have some protein. I prefer to do an animal protein, then I do a complex carb, so that is rice or a whole grain, buckwheat or quinoa or something like that, and then a healthy fats or a lot of vegetables or fruits for extra fiber. I try to minimize snacking. I still have a snack here and there, but I don't mindlessly snack throughout the day because your body actually can't really take time to really digest properly. Also, making your food at home is truly such a game changer. Like, even if you make dishes as like pasta and whatever, you can add in extra vegetables, you can navigate what kind of oils you're using rather than seed oils and stuff. Warming foods in the morning, warming foods in general, a lot of traditional Chinese medicine really love that. It's so amazing for women, especially in winter, you guys. It is hard to digest really big salads, so warming foods, so amazing for the womb. I love bone broth. I either have this on an empty stomach in the morning, or I have some bone broth as like a little snack. It's just like so nourishing and has so many amazing benefits for collagen, for your skin, and obviously adds a little protein. No intense fasting is a really good one. Have regular meals at regular times. Again, improve your digestion, and have a good breakfast as well, a protein breakfast. I usually go for 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. I truly feel that makes me feel satisfied, that balance my blood sugar level. Embrace healthy fats. So important out for women. I think we've gone through a whole phase in the past that fats are bad. Used to be in the old marketing campaigns, you know, everything was 0% and no fat. Well, these fats are actually so important for female health. It helps support our hormones, it helps support absorbing nutrients and minerals. So we want to incorporate a lot of healthy fats. I love using just butter, like real grass-fed butter. The quality here actually does matter, and I like to use these healthy fats at least for every meal. Okay, and then the last one here on eating habits, no naked carbs. And what I mean with this is when you're eating carbs, obviously your blood sugar is going up, insulin is working. You want to start minimizing this. Helps a lot, again, for hormones, helps reduce cravings, and satisfies you honestly more if you don't have really big sugar spikes. So a little trick what you can do when eating carbs, always pair it with healthy fats. So for example, if you like a piece of toast as a little snack, maybe put some almond butter or peanut butter on it with banana or something, because the healthy fats from the nut butter help regulate that big glucose spike. Just be mindful when you have usually a snack thing to add a healthy fat to it, but also when you're making like a breakfast plate or lunch or dinner. And number 5 is glow from within and support your body from within with supplementation. It's almost, for some reason, sometimes a little controversial. Like when I show you guys sometimes on Instagram, like my little travel kit with the amount of supplements I have, people are like, oh, you don't need that. Why can't you not get that out of food? Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. Our gut flora is under so much stress in today's society, and unfortunately you can't get all the nutrients the same way you could get 30 years ago from foods right now. It's because the soil is depleted, there's a lot more toxins, products that we're using, a lot more stressful environments. So truly our gut flora has a lot more to deal with. This is a reason that I feel supplementation is so important. The number one tip that I can give is getting your lab work done by a naturopath or with a functional practitioner. I like to do this twice a year and just have the data and actually see what nutrients and vitamins and minerals I am deficient in, so I can substitute it with supplementation. Truly, Max and I are on such a good supplement routine. We can feel the difference kind of like instantly, like so much more energy, more clearer. So I am a huge believer of it. I love adding a probiotic. I think your gut is truly the center of your health. The brand that I'm currently using is Ritual. I use Synbiotic, and thank you Ritual for sponsoring today's video. I am a huge fan of the brand. I use almost like all of their products. They're prenatal, but the Synbiotic is kind of different than a lot of other brands. It's a 3-in-1 formula. It is a prebiotic, probiotic, and a postbiotic in one formula, all clinically studied, really reaches the far intestines, really supports your immunity, your digestion, and your overall health. So I have noticed a really big difference. I take it every morning on an empty stomach. I feel less bloated, and I just feel, especially when I travel and stuff, I have not gotten sick, which has just been amazing. They actually have a Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday sale on their website right now. Everything on their website is 40% off, which is honestly so crazy. So if I was you, I would just grab everything. I'm gonna stock up on the powder, the stress relief, and then also the Synbiotic because it's also one of my favorite products. So I will link that down below. And then also on the supplementation side, another supplement that I really love is creatine. It was actually suggested by my gynecologist, and she was like, yeah, I don't know why so many women are so afraid of it. I did hear from some women it make them feel bloated, and yeah, at the beginning it can hold a little bit more water. It's really amazing for muscle recovery and also if you're trying to build muscle. So I am a huge fan of using creatine in my routine as well. Then we're gonna get to daily movement. It's just not only for your body, honestly, it's also truly for your mindset. I talk about the 3 M's in the morning: movement, mindset, and meal. Movement is for me non-negotiable in the morning, but kind of throughout today. I aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I love using my Aura ring for that to track it. I also track my sleep with it, which I really like. Also, I combine strength training with Pilates. I find this the magic formula, not only for myself, but for a lot of women that I have worked with and are in my community. Strength training is really great for building muscle. Muscle, like again, boosts your metabolism. So weightlifting, even if you can do 2 sessions a week, is extremely beneficial. And again, when you have a faster metabolism, you have more muscle. That's often when you start to feel more toned. When we're talking about the glow up, we want to glow, we want to be toned, we want to be fit, we want to feel good. So definitely lift some weights. Also, I love doing Pilates. That is more mindful movement. Feels very therapeutic for me, works a lot for core and stuff. And also doesn't always have to be super intense. If you want to start doing more workouts at home and build a consistent routine and join an amazing community, I will link Soulsing Body also down below. We have also a really big Black Friday sale going on, so you can check that out. Next up is a skincare routine. You guys, this is so important. Not even just skincare, but also how you treat your skin. Hydration is a really big part of that. Let me actually drink a little water right now. Sometimes my skin just gets so dry and dull, and then I'm like, oh wow, I didn't drink enough water. So very important there. I keep the skincare routine pretty simple: some moisturizer, some toner, and then I also love doing red light therapy at home using a big mask. Helps with collagen production, also with like fine lines, things like that. I love red light therapy. I've also been doing lymphatic exercises in the morning, like little movements like this and like face yoga like that. It really helps strengthening the muscle into your face, but I didn't know that the amount of muscles in your face is the most, like, compared on this surface than anywhere else into your body. And I actually had a face yoga guru come on one of my matcha talks, which will come out in 2 weeks, which I'm really excited to share because I got quite some good tools from her to do. So I do that in the morning, little face massages and things like that, and I feel it really helps make my skin and just like my jaw and like my cheekbones like more snatched. So love that. Okay, number 8, elevate your appearance. Actually putting thought to it makes such a big difference, you guys. If you walk out in sweatpants, you kind of feel more tired and blah. When you actually put some effort in putting a cute outfit, we often feel more confident, we feel so much better. One thing that I have been doing that I feel makes such a big difference in looking more elevated is actually tailoring my clothes. I don't know, it's just like the slight little tailoring that the clothes actually fit to your body. It looks so much more expensive and so much more elevated. It makes like a really big difference in how you show up and kind of how you feel as well. Another really big thing is creating a capsule wardrobe. I have over the past year really focused on creating more of a basic elevated wardrobe with more investment pieces. What I kind of do every time I'm like thinking of buying something new, make a list of 3 to 5 words that capture or describe your style. Every time you're buying something new or when you're creating an outfit, think about those words. So that could be elegant, comfortable, cool. Like, I don't know, maybe that's how I would describe mine. I'm actually not really sure. I'm actually really curious from you guys. I feel this year I've been definitely like investing more time and energy into that. But anyway, you have these 3 words, and then every time you create an outfit or whatever, you think about that. I also think wearing like little jewelry, even when you're at home, like making yourself feel put together. Even when I'm working from home, I like to put a little makeup on. I feel more confident when I look in the mirror, and I'm honestly way more productive that way too. I definitely know if I don't get ready for the day, like it is gonna be a chill day and nothing really gets done, which sometimes it's fine, but this new girl who wants to glow up, you know, we gotta put some effort in there. Curate your surroundings. I notice such a big difference when my space is decluttered, and I also like making things beautiful around me. Recently, I kind of redid my station where I do my makeup. I used to do my makeup for so long on the ground in front of the mirror, and it just always became kind of a mess. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a nice little mirror, put it on the desk, and like make a little kind of sanctuary there. And I do feel like creating your space, like decluttering it, maybe it's like hanging up something or reorganizing it into your space, can feel really good how you move through your day or how you properly unwind. Then the last one is detoxify. For me, using the sauna is an absolute game changer. I feel so much better. I love sweating. I love getting rid of kind of it's spiritual, but also truly like you're sweating out the toxins. That's a really big one. I also like in the evening doing an unwinding routine. So I love dandelion root tea. It's really good for the liver, and your liver is all about detoxification. I also like a raspberry leaf tea, which is more kind of for hormonal health and stuff like that. But doing good teas throughout the day even, or green tea, really helps with detoxification. For supplementation, I love doing like glutathione and stuff, especially before I go into the sauna. And also taking rest. I think putting your body into a rest and digest state is so important to detoxify and to process, to also recover. If your girl is tired the whole time and does not have any recovery built into your day, you're just gonna look tired, you're gonna look exhausted, you're not going to be in your best self type of state. So this rest and digest state is really important. Like the word even says it, when you are into this rest state, you're actually digesting so much better. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 10 tips. I am constantly working on these and putting them in my life, but I'm also not trying to make it extremely stressful and stress about it. This is a practice that you constantly need to adapt, and you're never going to nail everything at the same time. But maybe you want to write down 3 things that maybe you learned from this video that you want to kind of hop into and improve and evolve, and something that you already want to set up for the new year, for 2026. I am not gonna lie, I am so excited for 2026. 2025 has been hell of a year for me from a physical, mental perspective, and I am just so excited to take these with and visualize and actually become the person that I want to become. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon.